7. Akwa Ibom State government to partner BlackRock Farms as Governor Omoino reiterates commitment to supporting youths in agriculture. Pastor Patience charges widows on acquisition of entrepreneurial skills for self-development. House of Assembly tasked local government finance directors on proper account management. Plus, cholera outbreak in Nigeria, death toll hits 37 as Lagos records 401 cases. Details of these and other stories in a moment. A very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us on the news at 7. I am Uyoko Usua. In furtherance of the food sufficiency policy of the Arise agenda, Governor Moino has promised to partner a privately owned farm, BlackRock Farms, in Seribum local government for increased food production. The governor made his intention known when he made a stopover of the farm after visiting local government demonstration farms in Nserubium and Nseribum local government areas. Our government house reporter, Patience John, reports.
Nserubium and Nseribum local government demonstration farms, Governor Moino expressed satisfaction at the achievement of the councils in the area of farming, saying it aligns with his homegrown policy with the aim of achieving food sufficiency. The governor encouraged the synergy between the local government councils and the State Ministry of Agriculture.
And so today being a farm day in the state, I chose to come to see what she has done. And I'm quite impressed. I'm quite impressed because of the synergy, the collaboration she's having with the state. And some local government chairmen feel they're on their own. I don't have a problem with that, but just take care of your people. But she works with the State Ministry of Agriculture. The Commissioner for Agriculture is here. She has posted some extension workers here, and they are helping her train some of you, the locals, with this demonstration farm, and then give you seeds to plant in your own locality. That's the way to go.
At the BlackRock Farms owned by Mr. Obodobod, the governor described the enterprise as a plus to the Arise spirit and promised state government support to the farm, while re-echoing the need for youths to engage in farming. The Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Fiom Ofo, appreciating Governor Moino's interest in making food available for the people, reiterated her ministry's readiness to partner local government councils, groups, and individuals that are ready to take farming to the next level.
We've given them technical support and will continue to support farmers with all that they require to put food on the tables of Akwa Ibomites. And we thank His Excellency for all that he's doing for farmers in input support, in training, in access to finance. Thank you, Your Excellency, agric and farmer-friendly governor.
Governor Moino also visited the Shongai Model Farm in the state, as well as reminded civil servants to make use of the first and third Fridays of the month, declared by the state government as farming days. Patience John, AKBC News.
The Public Accounts Committee of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has directed heads of local government service and directors of finance in the 31 local government areas of the state to apply professional procedures in writing of long-standing bad dates of their councils. Chairman of the committee, Mr. Eric Akman, gave the directive on the second day of the ongoing review of local government council responses to queries from their 2022 audited accounts. Yours truly, the Legislative Affairs reporter, filed the following report. The committee specifically urged the directors of finance to regard government work as a process, emphasizing the need for prompt preparation of financial records to allow for timely presentation of audited accounts to the state legislature. Vincent Ibom State constituency representative expressed displeasure at delayed submission of council account records, saying it stalls the auditing process and emphasized diligence in keeping council records up to date.
This is a serious indictment, a demonstration of inefficiency and unprofessionalism. How have you been making payments? Did you make payment without preparing voucher? Have you not been recording the council financial transaction even in the absence of IPSA templates? Audit started work on 2022. Account precisely on April 2023. An interval of 6 months from November 2022, and the cash book is not ready. Never use excuses to cover up your inadequacy. This is our conclusion. Please take your assigned responsibility seriously. Update the cash book and present it to audit for confirmation.
Prevalent audit queries on the day 2 of the exercise included bank reconciliation statements, non-retirement of advances and deposits, tax surveys, illegal payments of indebtedness, and doubtful expenditures. 18 local government received special commendation of the committee for presenting 100% evidence of approvals, resulting in the waiving of 8 out of their 10 queries and an encouragement to maintain the standard in their 2023 fiscal year. Participating local governments on the day 2 of the exercise were Esienudam, Ikorekbene, Etinan, Ini, and Uyo. Uyoko Uswa, AKBC News. In another development, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has expressed delight on the activities of the Excellence Community Education Welfare Scheme, ECUS, at improving healthcare delivery, education and economic well-being of the vulnerable in the state. The House Committee on Health conveyed the impression of the House after being briefed and shown evidence of the workings of the organization, which is indigenous and non-profit. Again, yours truly, the Legislative Affairs reporter, filed the following report.
The President, Ikorekbene Senatorial District Women Forum, Mrs. Inibega Silas,
The leader of the delegation and chairman House Committee on Health, Mr. Moses Essien, said the visit was that of fact-finding to ascertain if the claims of the organization in various media, particularly in the health sector, were genuine. The Ibom State constituency representative said he was impressed that the world-class organization did not only situate its headquarters in Uyo, but contributed immensely to health, education, and the economy, while diligently contributing huge taxes to the internally generated revenue of the state.
Today we are convinced that ECUS have been a wonderful team player, not just in the health sector, in the education, social sector, economic, and employment sector of the state. We have come to understand today by our visit that ECUS have been a wonderful team player in terms of promoting the Arise agenda of His Excellency the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, especially in the development of our health sector.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Excellence Community Education Welfare Scheme, ECEWS, Andy Ayo, said the 23-year-old organization, through the support of the United States Agency for International Development, supports more than 130,000 people living with HIV, has a staff strength of 2,000 in Akwa Ibom State, supports all the secondary healthcare centers and many primary healthcare centers in the state, as well as the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital, and in just 2023 paid a tax of more than 300 million to the Akwa Ibom State government. He said the organization is committed to promoting access to qualitative healthcare, education, and economic strengthening opportunities for all Nigerians.
We're very proud of our House of Assembly because this shows a high degree of responsibility. ECUS currently supports, like I said earlier, over 135,000 people living with HIV in Akwa State with drugs. We support close to 300 facilities in Akwa State, in all your local government areas. So all your local government areas we have about 1,840 something employed people who earn at least 120,000 every month. And that is aside our core staff, who are about well over 200. So our big idea is to attract more to our state.
The Assembly delegation had a tour of the organization's headquarters in Uyo. Uyo Uswa, AKBC News. We will take a short break now, but when we return, Ikot Senatorial District women enjoin to embrace Arise agenda of Omoino administration. Stay with us.
Everything you go through in life is preparing you for your next assignment. My father was a police officer, so I lived in the barracks. A barracks like a mini in Nigeria, you find everybody there. My dad's salary, of course, couldn't meet the family income, so I had to sell soft drinks for my mother so that we can make up the family income. I used to take soft drinks from our home and I'll go to the airport and sell. It was fun. I didn't know I was going to ever get into hotel business. So eventually, my coke hawking helped me later in life when I started running my hotel. Those little things you did became building blocks for my later days in life. And you know what? My house was built on the same street I used to go through to hawk. And so everybody that saw me hawk these soft drinks for my mother, when I bought a land there and built my house, all of those people were still alive. It's like, Some of them had to break their children. Look at me mentor these kids. Today, when I drive around the streets, sometimes you find people sell and you stop by. I just remember, it used to be like this. That hawking has helped me today to be able to serve the people. Accept the things you can't change and change the things you can, and ensure that you just have the fear of God in you. I think the only person that can stop you from achieving what God has set out for you is you.
Akwa Ibom is rising.
So good to have you back. If you're just joining us, this is AKBC 45 News at 7. Moving on to other stories now, the June edition of the Ikot Senatorial District Women's Forum has been held with a call on members and the entire women of Akwa Ibom State to embrace and participate fully in all programs of the Arise agenda of the Omoino administration. The event held at the Council Hall of Oborokara local government and was attended by members of the forum from the 10 local government areas of the senatorial district.
The president, Ikot Senatorial District Women Forum, Mrs. Inibegasala Setodo, restated the forum's primary aim, which is to support the government of the day in Akwa Ibom. To make this realistic, Mrs. Setodo stressed the need for women to join formidable groups, cooperative societies, and relevant associations, as this will position them to benefit from the development plans of the current government as expressed in the Arise agenda.
Then God has created need to maintain peace
In an exhortation, the wife of the political advisor to the governor, Lady May Kirianakpan, who spoke on the theme, "A Great Woman, Arise and Build Your Family," encouraged the women to be strong in faith, sensitive in the spirit, and alert in their mind to help them fortify their families with the presence of God. She sued for cooperation from the women to build the forum to enviable heights.
We are the mothers in our Bible that this association started in because
The event also featured welcome sung by the host chapter, Oborokara, prayers for the forum, Akwa Ibom state government, the nation, and for a peaceful conduct of the upcoming local government elections in the state. Goodwill messages and support for the forum were presented by the wife of the secretary to the state government, Mrs. Inemesiruwa, former Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Gloria Edith, Chairman of Oborokara Local Government Transition Committee, Ms. Enyeti Ibritam, represented by his deputy, Pastor Use, and other committee members, among others.
He's not after but let us be focused on what we want to do. No matter
On the national scene, we'll start with Lagos, where no fewer than 37 deaths have been recorded in the current cholera outbreak, which has hit 30 states, including Lagos and Ogun. The special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Health, Dr. Kemi Ogunyemi, through the Director of Public Affairs, Tumbosung Ogunbawo, said the state has recorded an additional 6 cholera deaths as against the previous 15, adding that cholera cases have risen to 401 in the state. The Ogun State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tommy Koka, said his state has recorded 1 death and 15 cases. In Nigeria, cholera as an epidemic and seasonal disease occurs annually, mostly during the rainy season and more frequently in areas with poor sanitation. Cholera is a food and waterborne disease caused by ingesting the bacteria Vibrio cholerae in contaminated water and food. Residents are advised to seek medical attention immediately they experience symptoms such as watery diarrhea, vomiting, abdominal pain, general malaise, and fever, stressing that cholera treatment is provided free at all public health facilities. To end the news, another look at stories that made the headlines. In furtherance of the food sufficiency policy of the Arise agenda, Governor Moino has promised to partner a privately owned farm, Black Rock Farms, in Siribum local government for increased food production. The governor made his intention known when he made a stopover at the farm after visiting local government demonstration farms in Nsiribum and Nsiribum local government areas. In commemoration of the 2024 International Widows' Day, the wife of the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Patience Omoino, Friday